Right, YouTube, it's the weekend. We're out this weekend for a bit of wild camping, bit of radio. It's Shit It's the Fan Scenario DX Part 3, third year running. Just an excuse to get out with the radios and do a bit of camping. We're at the spot I've been to the past few times I've been out. Nice little location. I'm slightly out of breath. The old fireplace is still there. So I'll be trying that configuration out tonight because I changed it after I last used it. Got a solar panel in that bag on the right, radios in the box on the left, and then the mast and the walking pole. The Bergen and webbing is currently ditched in the middle of the field. That way somewhere halfway across. The grass is long, it's all camoed up, so out of sight, out of mind. I ended up getting a taxi up here. There was two of us this weekend. Number two's running a bit late. He's going to be joining me within the next hour, I think. What would have been best is if we just both drove up here, dropped the gear off, then go and parked up somewhere. I didn't fancy driving up here in the van, carrying the stuff across like I just have, going back, getting the van, parking at the bottom of the hill, and then probably an hour walk back up here. So I got a taxi up. So it's not a lot of stuff. But it's just easier, I think, to do it piggyback the stuff. I dropped the Bergen or the camo stuff off halfway, went back for the radio gear and that, carried that in. So I'm just going to go back for the Bergen now. Here for the weekend, going to get the hammock up as normal and do some chilling out, bit stealthy so the fire will be alight after dark. Just got to think of ways of hiding the 9-metre pole, the old mast. Right, we'll catch you later. Do an update when we get in and settled, and I've got a bit more breath. Right, YouTube, well, been a bit busy. Just quickly show you this so far. For those that subscribe to me, I've got this first aid rocket pouch the other day for the Bergen, and I was going to use it for the radios, but it works better for sort of admin. I've got my OCD and like everything in its place, and the rocket pouch I used before, you know, everything just moved around and you always wanted stuff at the bottom. So now everything's quick access and only one item deep instead of sort of multiple items deep. I overfilled my sugar, thought I did. So yeah, I've got everything in there I need, and it's more obtainable than how it was, so that works well. Right, my water's hanging up there in the webbing. I was doing the usual trick with a ground sheet, walking about to flatten some grass so when number two gets here he's got access, and I gave up on the ground sheet and used the fence post of the plank I'd stashed in the tree, keeping it off the ground. I've tied that down with paracord, up, round, down, round, up, round, down, round, up, round, down, round, and so on, and I've just been using it like you would a broom if you were making crop circles, just walking around. And you can see where I gave up the ground sheet, just abandoned that, cleared her for this way because it's quite deep with nettles at the moment. These are well over my waist. There we go, the camera's waist height. So I cleared off that area towards that opening under the trees there. I think there's room to get a hammock, and yeah, came to a load of fence with posts all linked together, piled up and screwed up in the ball. Changed direction, went this way a little bit, hit another pile of mangled up fence. There's a big pile of fence wire and posts, and couldn't go through that, so I doubled back and thought, well, originally where I was going to set up camp the first time, it's just over here, so I used my fence post plank of wood thing to come this direction, so it's dead opposite the entrance to my camp. Cleared out that area there, just walked through, trampling it all. So when number two gets here, it's got a bit of shade and cover in here, room to get a hammock. Got to clear these middle branches away, you know, or you can pick another spot. Anyway, really, there's plenty of room. Just over there, there's a lot more rubbish and broken things, bits of metal and wire and that, barbed wire. Best bit is to be sort of behind me where we've just been, where this leads. All over the back there, there's no room in there to get to. We are confined for space here, it's not like a woodland. Solar panels out. Yeah, I'm calling him number 2 at the moment because I haven't had a chance yet to discuss him. If he wants a name mentioned on the videos. As far as I'm aware, he hasn't got a YouTube channel, and I don't want to start giving his name out on my videos. He might not even want to be on camera later, so you might not get to see him. Obviously, some people don't want to be in frame and shot and advertised and publicised. So until we get it and confirm a name, I'm just going to call it number 2. So I want to keep battling on with this. In fact, I might have a brew at the moment because I haven't had a brew yet. Been here quite a while. And the way the weather is, I should really keep on top of the fluids. So yeah, I think we'll sit down and have a little brew now. Bit difficult to video and hold the binoculars on the phone. That's the restaurant at Beachy Head. It's a little bit blowy up here today, so that's making it difficult. And there's the lighthouse. Very difficult. The wind's blowing me around. You can see all the people walking over the cliff and over the hills. See all the sheep running around. Quite a good view from here. Hello! Right, well, it's 2:30. I got here about 11:30, 12. I've been very, very lazy. I had a tick crawling up my trouser leg about an hour ago when I was up the top there, looking out with the binoculars. Flicked him off. Really paranoid now. Keep like exposing parts of the body looking for the little buggers. But the tick I flicked off me was on the outside of my trousers. It was bright red, so we'd obviously been feeding on something. Got the basher up now. Still haven't got the radio up. I keep sitting down. It's that damn chair. Every time I see the chair, I keep sitting down. So I might stop bringing it. And I've deliberately not. Oh, cobweb in front of me. I've deliberately not put the hammock up because I know I lay in it, and if I lay in it, I just won't get out of it. So the hammock's not up. All my sleep kit's in the Bergen, a hammock, another basher, high vis waterproof trousers, the rocket pouch there for the clothes. No, sorry, that one's got food in it. That one's got clothes in it, and there's the admin pouch. I've got like 3 tent pegs today. I don't know what I've done with the last ones. When I packed up last time, I didn't put them back in there, in the pouch I use for like my paracord and stuff. And I distinctively remember thinking to myself, I'll put them here and don't forget. But I can't remember where here is. They might even be in the rocket pouch, which isn't with me. And I think last time I thought, oh, never mind. You know, I've got a load of tent pegs in the van, but the van's not here. It's not a bad problem really, because you can't get tent pegs into the ground. It'd just be nice to use them for the secondary basher if we do put the station out up there. But I think I'm going to put the mast up as high as I can get it, and then run the feeder down to the radio in camp somewhere. So I've actually got to get off my arse and do something, because I've sat down more than I've actually walked around. I sat down when I first came here, obviously to get a bit of fluid in me. Then I got the solar panel out, put everything on charge, and then sat down again, had a bite to eat. I sat down again, had another brew, went up with the binoculars, came back, sat down again. There's the mast for this weekend, 9-metre fishing pole. I think I showed it to you earlier. But yeah, I've been so lazy. But in my defence, I've had a really crap week at work, knocking down walls that weren't cemented together or concreted together. There's a big massive oil drum, you might have seen on my Facebook, well, oil tank. Had to cut that out. That took 2 days to cut by hand, and then knocking out all the concrete wall and the stuff, that took a couple of days, using a can going out. So in this heat, it's been really hot the past few days. So I think Thursday midday I started shaking. I just had no energy left, and I was like shaking, and that sort of calmed it down a bit, but didn't stop it completely. And then Friday, after that, they're going to do another job somewhere. Got home earlier than normal, but literally just passed out, went to bed and just passed out for about 3 hours, just for exhaustion. Drinking loads for the day, eating loads, but you know, it still takes it out of you. So I think that's why I've been lazy today. I was up early again today, with no need for it really. So just chillaxing a bit. Should really get on the air. So that's my next target, is to get the mast up and the radios on and stop being lazy, because I'm missing out on airtime here. But focusing on doing everything in proportion. You know, I don't want to like kill myself. You know, when I'm trying to be out having a good time. Just gotta take it easy. Don't try and rush. You know, I'm here all weekend. Yeah, I've missed out on 2 or 3 hours of radio, or 4 or 5 hours of radio. I should have came up here last night. The plan was to come up last night and drop half the stuff off, but I was just too tired last night. And today I'm just here to chill out and relax, or chillax as they say. But it is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Bernard Matthew would love it up here. He would say everything is beautiful. Or whatever he used to say on the old ad. I'm showing my age.
Echo 5, Oscar Contest. Echo 5, Oscar Contest.
Well, 10 metres is open, a lot of contest stations on there. I'll be able to flick around FM now. Seems a bit quiet. Right, now we'll try the upper sideband. Right, lots of skip there on 10 metres, so I think we may leave it on 10 metres. Gonna make a brew first so I don't lose my voice halfway through. That's a station for the moment. It might change later on. Got some power coming in, got some power going out. Oh, head rush, got dizzy getting up there. And the mast is not where it could be, I suppose. I think I've still got another section to go, so it's not fully up. And yeah, it's down quite low in the bomb hole with me. So I've got one more section to go. But we're trying to be stealthy at the moment. Maybe a bit later on I might move it higher up to there. But it is quite an eyesore, and, you know, out and quite visible. Just barely sticking up above that tree. But, you know, we're picking up. We'll see if we're getting out in a minute. But I'm going to make a brew, get my logbook out. But 10 metres is definitely active. But I'm here for as many bands as possible today. But mainly see what I can get. As there's quite a few nets on this weekend on FM and the UK sideband, so we never know who we're going to get contact with. But we'll keep you informed. The Whiskey Delta station in Spain. Hello, Copy a Charlie Tango 941, 26 Division UK.
Yeah, call sign Papa Delta 77. Papa Delta 77, roger. Papa Delta, please complete your calls and back to you, and sorry.
Everyone's double keying.
Okay then, 26 Papa Delta 77. The name is Michael, just outside the city of Brighton on the south coast of the UK, roger.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael, and good evening. The Papa Delta 77, I am Trio, Whiskey Delta 026. My name is Joshua, Michael. Juliet Oscar Sierra Unifor Echo is my personal name, Joshua in English. I am transmitting on Valencia City, Michael. I copy you at the moment in 59 TDB, Michael, 77 026. Back to you, Michael.
Okay, all copied. You're also 59 into the UK, a very strong station indeed. There is another station calling you, Joshua, on this frequency, a Charlie Tango station. If you could perhaps pin your ears back and listen for him. The Charlie Tango station, would you like to try again?
Yes, okay, nothing problem, okay, Michael. Okay, nothing problem, please. Station Charlie Tango Group call Joshua, please, again.
Yeah, thanks for that, Brian. Yeah, Joshua, this is Charlie Tango 941. Copy. Joshua, copy a Charlie Tango 941.
Can you repeat again? Okay, I have the little problem, so I cannot understand you. Okay, back to you.
Hello, Joshua. This is Charlie Tango 941.
541 is up course.
So you got aircraft coming by. It's Charlie Tango 941. Operator name is Simon, Sierra Indigo Mike Oscar November. Freaking airplanes. Yeah, Joshua, copy a Charlie Tango 941.
Attention, Charlie Tango 941, 941, Charlie Tango in England. Are you my dear friend? Back to you, Charlie.
Yes, good afternoon, Joshua. This is Simon, Sierra Indigo Mike Oscar November. Call sign 26 Charlie Tango 941. Hello, Joshua.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Okay, just in at the moment, my stream is only 4334. Many QR at the moment, okay? I cannot understand your group, the Charlie Tango is of course. I cannot understand your number. It's a 941. 941 is called. You call and back to you.
Yeah, Roger. This is 941. Final try for Joshua. This is Charlie Tango 941. QRZ.
Yeah, thank you. I guess at the last over I had just time again. Sorry, yeah? And thank you and good evening. Sorry. The Charlie Tango 941. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah? Yes, I cannot understand of the last overs. Okay. I have the many problems, okay, in those probably fine conditions you're transmitting to me, okay. All you see is a 3443, okay, it's a low signal, okay. Well, to me you're ready, okay, back to you, sir.
All received, Joshua, all received. Yeah, operator name this way. Personal is Simon. We're in the south coast, UK, Eastbourne. And we have problems with low-flying aircraft creating noise. So 73s for now, Joshua. 73s from Charlie Tango 941. No.
Yeah, thank you. To see Charlie Tango 941, the trio Whiskey Delta 026, okay, I'm sorry, yes, it's very difficult, okay, I cannot understand your personal name, okay, well, there's many Q1, okay, the little key is bad, the last overs, okay, there's no the very fine condition for here, you at the moment, okay. Well, thank you, Guy, only to the my sub and T351 to you and your family. Well, I hope to hear you tomorrow, very fine to sing now. In today is very difficult to me, okay. Thank you, Guy, I'm sorry. Charlie Tango 941 in England, the Whiskey Delta 026 Joshua in Valencia in Spain. Bye-bye, good weekend, sir, and sorry, and nothing problem, repeat this case tomorrow, okay?
Roger, Roger. 73's Joshua. 73 from 941.
Okay, Joshua, this is copy. The personal name for 941 was Simon. His personal name is Simon, Roger.
Simon is, I've got it, Michael. So 500 calling you.
Roger, Roger. Okay, Joshua, many other stations calling you on this week.
Thank you, that breaker in Brighton. Loads of people calling now. Yeah, thanks for that breaker in Brighton if you're watching this. I've no idea who you are. Should listen in and get your call sign ready. But yeah, I've just got to make a comment. Freaking airplane, it's gone now. Don't know if you picked that up, but the airplane was just flying around causing havoc. When he did hear me, when he came back to 941, the airplane came over, then I couldn't hear him. Oh, that's shocking, that is. But yeah, that's Spanish station, sorry. It's coming in loud and clear. But all the locals keep talking over the top of him, and he's going on about QRM, and it's people saying, oh, he's coming in strong. Oh, I can hear him. Well, they're just keying up over everyone else. Nightmare. But we'll try again. Yeah, that breaker in Brighton, copy.
Copy, Simon.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I just want to say, yeah, cheers for passing that over to me, mate. Yeah, thanks for that. I didn't get a QSO with him that well, but yeah, thanks for listening out and passing me through.
No problem. We're also in the Charlie Tango group, 7777 being the call sign.
Oh, Roger, yeah, I'm sure I've got 7777 in the logbook from a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, the logbook's not at arm's reach at the moment. I can't get to it to look back, but yeah, I'm sure I worked you before.
Okay, I think the missus might have spoke to you as well. Her personal's Elaine, call sign Charlie Tango 1977.
Roger, no, that doesn't ring a bell, but all the sevens ring a bell though. Yeah, I'm out portable this weekend. I'm out camping. I've got the hammock up, the mast, radio, solar panel. Just seeing what I can get down in the log this weekend.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a lot of lads on this weekend, but so far we haven't found any of them. We're on Dixley Beacon, I think it's called, just outside Brighton, and we're in a mobile home.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Yeah, that's all right. Full comforts there. Kettle, sofa, the lot. Yeah, cushy.
Yeah, it's pretty good, must admit. All the comforts of home. Okay, mate, leave you to it. Catch you further down.
Yeah, Rog, have a good weekend. Catch you soon. 73s.
73s.
Right, yeah, Charlie Tango 777. I'm sure I worked him a few weeks ago. Ow! I shouldn't keep nailing down on the floor. It's full of flint and it kills my kneecaps. Right, 777. I'm sure I had a 777. There he is. I know it was a 108 777 in Edinburgh. I recognise the sevens though. Right, let's get the logbook and the pens down at the station so we can keep an eye on what we're actually doing this weekend. Right, I'm gonna drink my coffee before it gets cold. Well, we'll definitely. Well, this is a bug out weekend, so it's official a bug out weekend now. We have coffee, radio, and a mast, and got our first couple of QSOs. I'm gonna count the one in Spain, although we couldn't really have a QSO, but he came back with more call signs, so that's enough for me. But again, lots of QRM people, you know, just talking over the top of him. But thanks to Charlie Tango 777, I think it was. I can't remember now. I think it was 4 sevens. Yeah, thanks very much for passing that through. And yeah, catch you on the next clip. What a surprise! I'm sitting down again. Well, I just had about 10 minutes or so gathering little sticks for the fire tonight, because the better the fire, the better prepared for the fire, the better the fire. There's no point trying to light a fire and collect all the stuff as you're trying to light it. So I've got some really thin sticks down the bottom there, and then some slightly thicker stuff there, and then there, and the bottom is full of sticks about an inch and a half to probably about half an inch. So there's probably 3 different types of thickness sticks at the bottom, 2 layers. Just to put the Vaseline cotton balls on, chuck all this stuff on, maybe 2 handfuls of it, and then when that takes, chuck all that stuff on. This is all extremely dry and hanging deadwood, very brittle, so it should ignite nicely to get some logs on there. So yeah, prepare all this before you get started. You know, get some really thin stuff. There's stuff there pencil size or thinner, and then this stuff's sort of like magic marker size, and then that's like an inch thick. So yeah, really take your time, and it pays off. The more work you do beforehand, the better. Again, chop all your logs up now or nice and early. Otherwise, you know, when you need to put them on there, if you haven't chopped them up, by the time you've chopped them up, your fire's gone out. Still got plenty of time before we can actually light this. But yeah, nice and early, get it ready nice and early. Just as I'm walking around grabbing sticks, branches, and I'm just throwing them down next to the fire. So when I've got a chance, about 10 minutes ago, I can just sit there and break them all up in nice, my own sort of speed. Looking forward to trying out this chimney place tonight. Should be roaring. It's chicken curry noodle time. Right, while that's simmering away, I'm going to walk over to what would have been camp number 2. Just had a message saying you can't make it now. Something's cropped up like it does, you know, things can't be up sometimes. But yeah, I was going to camp here originally, and I don't know why I didn't. I chose that one for some other reason. I think it was closer to the hill to get the mast up. I think that's the only reason I chose to camp there. But I always get a breeze. You can see the basher moving. Well, if you can see the basher moving. But in here, because these trees come down a lot lower, there's no wind at all. I came in here a couple of times just to collect some sticks and stuff. And there's no breeze at all. Because obviously that side is completely closed off. Nothing's getting in there, and then just a little bit you duck in to get in here. This is fantastic. There's a little flat bit there I can put my chair, and I've got access in and out there instead of climbing through the jungle that I have to climb through to get here. I think from now on I'm going to be hanging the hammock. It's too late now. Well, I'm just too lazy to move everything over. But yeah, for future, the floor's not as sturdy. It is just chalk and flint everywhere. But yeah, shelter wise, there's no breeze at all getting in here. Nothing at all. It's so well protected. Obviously I've got a gaping big entrance there, about 5-6 foot tall and about 3-4 foot wide, and the back is all exposed as well, so the wind's coming in the back. But this one, the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 camps I've spent up here, never really looked into it. And, yeah, the one I've just been in is definitely more sheltered, but I do like the little breeze you get now and then, but sometimes you get a nasty gust. Right, I want to attend to my noodles before they burn. They're bubbling away now. Smells good though. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, I think I needed that. Right, as soon as you finish eating, clean up, then it doesn't go all hard and horrible, and it takes a month to get off. 2 minutes, wipe it out, job done. Baby wipes again, just because they'll dry out and burn later. They're in the fireplace. Oh, I must have needed that. Yeah, just a snack to keep me going. I've got some pasta and carbonara sauce for later, and all day breakfast probably for tomorrow. Some more noodles, got some chocolate. I've eaten a couple of pasties already, like when I first got here. Yeah, the skip seems to have died off. There was a lot of skip on the radio, also with France and Spain coming in. Then it was just all local people in this area, and I've just flicked through again just before I ate, and it was completely dead, completely quiet. 10 meters has dropped right out, sideband's quiet again. So I think we'll have a brew and a little sneaky sit down or lay down in the hammock, and yeah, wait for the sun to go down. It's 5:45 now, so we've got a good 3 hours before it starts to get dark, and then probably between 9:30 and 10 I'll get to light the fire. Right, catch you in the next YouTube. Actually, I might sort that bit of wood out. Got a big branch here earlier, nice and dry, it was hanging from a tree. I might snap that up because I'm going to use all this as a base to cook on. When that big branch there and all this has burnt down, I should be able to cook on that, but not sure yet. I might end up getting my pasta covered in ash, depending on the wind and how it circulates in here. Hopefully it just burns clean and everything goes out the hole at the back. Otherwise I might have to scrape all the coals out to cook on. So it's all trial and error, all trial and error. Behold, more firewood. Just collect some more posts there. I won't say as if by magic because it took some doing. Some of the rusty barbed wire, these will cut. It's completely knackered those. But yeah, the silver stuff, the wire that's not cut, that's not rusty, it's just knackered these. So I end up twisting it until it snapped. I only got to twist it 4 or 5 times. So yeah, most of it's nailed in 3 or 4 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4 posts. That one was loose. Couple of bits of plank underneath. And of course this big bit, that's like 4 by 4. Another plank down there. And in the tree somewhere, yep, there's another plank. And I'm just going to do what I done last time, and that's just once this is away, just feed it, just keep pushing them in, let them burn. That's it really. That was hard work, that, because obviously I'm balanced on the top of that over there. Let's just zoom in. Yeah, to climb up and stand on that, and that is literally just fence posts and wire, and it's not the most stable things to stand on. So I stood on there, wibble, wibble, wobble, wobble, cut out a load of posts, bish, bosh, bang, done. I think I've deserved, or earned myself another sit down and a chocolate bar. Well done, Sly. As you can see, the wind has died down completely. Ugh. Just making a brew. It's just gone 8:30 and the temperature's dropped quite a bit in the past hour. I think from about 7:30 the sun was just above those trees, about there in the middle of the screen, and now it's just out of sight. It's got extremely, well, the temperature has dropped, but also I'm feeling a lot colder because where I've been in the sun all day, it's like if you sat in front of a heat lamp or a fire. Good example is sitting in front of an open fire. When you move away you get dramatically cold, so I'm feeling quite cold now. Got my body warmer on, my fleece, my snazzy neck scarf, that's on my head at the moment. Warming up, and when the temperature drops even more later, I'll put my hat on and I'll move my neck scarf down to my neck, and it'll be pre-warmed by my head, so that'd be quite nice. Quick cigarette, excuse me. Yeah, I've just been chilling in the hammock for about an hour. So many birds and animal sounds just on a pinpoint location around here. There's been so many pigeons landing in the trees above me, and I'll just see if we can get sort of flying back out. I think last time I was up here there was a dove. So I've dropped the mast down a section, so I'm going to knock that back up in a minute, put the radio back on. There was quite a good bit of skip earlier. It was coming in on all modes, then it died down, then it came back again, then it went again. So the radio was dead for about half an hour, just a few local contacts, sort of in the same sort of town. So that's why I turned it back off. But now I'm going to unplug the solar panel. We'll probably have half hour or so on the radio when that coffee's boiled before lighting the fire. Still got a little while before it's dark enough to light it. But it certainly will warm me up. I'm tempted actually to put the softy trousers on. I'm feeling that cold. I'm alright now, moving around. But just laying in the hammock, I was tempted to go and get the softy trousers, which I haven't worn them, I think, since winter last year. But before I forget, the DD Scout hammock is double skinned, so you can actually open it up and get in it like a cocoon. And I've not actually done this yet, and I've had it for, I don't know, about a year. And I opened it up, got inside, and it really did take off the wind chill. The wind chill went completely when I got inside the hammock and cocooned myself in there. It made a big difference opening it up and getting inside. Yeah, normally it's alright, I don't mind. Well, I quite like the little breeze on me, but obviously the wind has cooled down quite a lot and the air was cold. So once I cocooned myself in there, it was really quite comfortable. There's my fancy knots. Just gone around the tree a couple of times, standard shoelace. Standard knot at the top there. I haven't got a stick in there. Something friction knot. I always forget the name of it. And then a separate bit, the carabiner for the basher going around the tree. And then the two corners tied off, and the two corners on the right are just staked into the ground. But the wind has dropped completely now, no wind at all. Trying to cook on that pop can stove earlier was a nightmare. I think I singed the hair on my hands about 3 times because the flames were dancing around everywhere. Right, well, I'm going to let that water boil and get back on the radio. So we'll catch you again soon. I can still hear the birds though. Oh, and there's the moon. Should have left this running. As soon as I turned it on, I heard someone calling. Another country contest. Flicked up 2 or 3 channels. Every channel's got someone on there. It's just 10 meters. It's gonna be 9 dB. For most of these, you can only ever hear one side of the conversation.
Italia Zulu 1 Tango Uniform Foxtrot. Italia Zulu 1 Tango Uniform Foxtrot. Contest.
The audio is amazing when it's in the box. It really does give it some good bass. Bit of Morse there. That's a beginner, someone learning. Ooh, because it was slow.
Tango 5 contest.
Right, now let's flick around the mid block, upper sideband. Probably quiet. I think it's going to pick up in about half an hour. We've had some good skip all week. Right, UK FM. Dead. Yeah, UK FM's dead. Right, I'm going to go and make a brew and come back, put a few calls out and see what happens. Well, it's 9:30 and the sun's not completely gone yet. There's the moon, but damn, auto brightness isn't really picking it up very well. It's clear as a bell, but not showing up on the phone. The sky's blue, but the phone's saying white. We've had a few contacts the past half an hour. Brian, Hastings, but there seems to be a net on 36. Some bloke called Tom's running it, I can't hear. I can hear the guy in Ireland and someone in Brighton. I think they've gone now. But yeah, we've had Scottish coming through off and on, so the short skip's sort of a bit strange tonight. It's sort of off and on. The only people I heard was just now on 3.6, which was Ireland and obviously local station in Brighton, but 19 was full of Scottish people. Well, I went away off 19, had a quick QSO on there with Shane over in St Leonard's. There's just the music players playing Scottish bagpipe music and people swearing at each other. Just no need for it, so I cleared off 19 and started flicking around. But yeah, they've just dropped out there completely. Let's see if we can shock someone. Yeah, Elaine in the motorhome, copy. No, I spoke to her husband earlier and he said they were in a motorhome in Brighton, and I just heard Elaine talk to someone in Ireland. Didn't speak to her, but he said his wife Elaine was there too with a Charlie Tango call sign. I just thought I'd see if she was there. Anyway, right, I'm waffling on a bit. I'm going to flick around and see what I can find. Right, well, it's 10 o'clock. Just been chatting away to everyone locally. People that are normally on the local Eastbourne net are all on here tonight. And it looks dark on here, but it's not. The moon's a little bit brighter. The sun's still going down over there. You can actually see really well, but the phone's just not picking it up. I'm going to go and get my headlight before I can't see at all. Got the torch on my phone, and I'm actually going to need it, I think, to find my headlight, because it's getting dark, but not dark enough to light a fire. I've just been chatting to someone and said, he was the other side of Eastbourne, I think he was, and said I was camping and out with the radio, because obviously where I live is 50-foot ASL at the bottom of the hill and pointless to actually attempt any radio, and I can't put an aerial up and all this stuff. And he said, oh yeah, good, yeah, camping radio, blah blah blah, understand. And then I said, just waiting for it to get dark so I can light the fire. And he says, you got a fire in the caravan? I said, no, not caravan. I said, proper camping. So I think you had a bit of a shock, and then named the trig point in the next field across the road. So he must have some local knowledge if he knew where the trig point was. Could work out where it was quite easily. But yeah, got plenty of power, leaving that on charge all day, done the job. Battery's holding up really well, so I should have a few hours on here. It's going to be quite nice. I'm going to spin the chair around in a minute and turn the contrast up on my phone, the brightness, light the fire, sit in front of the fire all night and chat on the radio. Can't be bad. Right, there we go. Look, I've got the exposure up on the phone. Right, so there's the fire. I've got to start remembering to do this at night time. And then there's the chair, and there's the station. So I'm going to the light actually shows up. So I'm going to spin the chair around in a minute, light the fire. This is going to be so comfy sitting here, and the radio's quite active. Skip's coming and going. There's nothing being really strong enough to have any good QSOs with, but there's a lot of locals on now, so that'll do me.